Hola, hola, hola! Welcome to Got the Fire, where we talk to cool, interesting people that are doing things in Indy, for Indy, and way beyond Indy. And I'm so happy today to have Elyssa Campodonico-Barr here. She's the president and CEO of Girls Inc., a super cool organization, and also one of Indy's 40 under 40. Just like Dave Neff, one of our past guests. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
I'm so excited. I am, by the way, your guest, Duncan. I always forget to introduce myself. And we're going to be learning about underserved girls today in Indy and what we can do as a community to support them better. So it's going to be good. So tell us, let's talk about what is Girls Inc. and what should people, our audience, know about girls?
Sure. So on a macro level, Girls Inc. is a national, actually now international organization. There are 81 of us in the US and Canada. And our mission is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold, which love the mission. It's snappy, it's quick, it's timely. This is a moment for women and girls in our society. And really what we do is, Indianapolis is a little bit unique in that we go to where the girls are primarily, so in the schools. So we serve thousands of girls every year in Indianapolis and the surrounding counties, really teaching them about health. So think healthy mind, healthy body, that you want to feel empowered in your own skin to be able to do whatever is successful to you in your life. So health, education, so career and college readiness. Our goal is not necessarily to say you must go to a 4-year college. That might not be the right path for you. If it is, let's make sure we get you there. But if that means that I have one girl that wants to own her own business and have a hair salon, so what's the next step for her to be successful in her life down that path? And also so that girls are economically independent in the future, so that they are those next leaders in our community. And then our core charge really is all about being bold. So making sure that girls feel confident in their own skin, that they can bring their entire selves to the table, no matter their race, place, identity, that they are phenomenal as they are, despite all of the stereotypes and
just all the natural obstacles.
Exactly, that girls face every day. So that is what we do.
That's a wonderful mission to help half of our, or more than half of our society be bold and uplift all of us at the same time. You know, what's it like? I think this is a question a lot of you would like to know the answer to. What's it like being an underserved girl in Indianapolis in 2019?
Great question. It's tough to be a girl. There are a lot of challenges that girls face today, and we've come a long way since this is our 50th year at Girls Inc. of Greater Indianapolis, since 1969, when our mission was to teach girls to be good citizens and productive housewives, which I'm so glad that we've come a long way since that time.
Yeah, that's great progress.
Yes. Almost fell off my chair when I read that in a scrapbook that I found. But today, girls are still facing serious challenges. 78% of girls don't feel comfortable in their own skin. 1 in 8 girls will not graduate from high school on time. 1 in 4 girls will experience some form of sexual assault or harassment by the time that she turns 18, and 3 in 10 girls will be pregnant by the time that she's 18. And it doesn't have to be that way. All of these statistics do not have to be so severe for young girls. In Indiana in particular, we are 43rd out of 50 states in terms of gender equity and equality in this country, which that should give everybody who's listening to this pause. And it's especially dire for women of color and women who are in poverty. And it doesn't need to be that way. We need to prioritize that we are lifting up our entire community, and that is, we need to start with women and girls, because we know that girls and women invest back in their communities in the future. So we need to really prioritize that everybody has an equal chance here to be successful. And unfortunately, that's not where we are for girls in this city.
I mean, those are just staggering numbers that I think all of us would be better trying to work towards improving. Let's just talk about return. We hear this all the time, right? Return on investment, return on energy, return on this, return on that. Like, what's the return on energy and investment for us as a community in Indianapolis to make this work, to make the lives of underserved girls better? What's that what's that look like?
Yeah, as I just said, and this is a phrase I say often because I truly believe it, and I think the research supports this, not just in Indianapolis, but globally, is that when you invest in girls and women having an economic path to success, whatever that might look like for them, that they can be economically independent and contribute, so much of those proceeds, so much of what women they give back to kids and the community through education and health and indicators that we know really matter in the community. And we don't really see that buy-in with men when men are controlling all of the budget strings. We know that women and girls invest back in the communities and can start lifting up our entire neighborhoods and therefore Indianapolis as a whole. So really investing in women and girls makes a huge difference. And we go back to those indicators of being 43rd in the entire country in terms of equity and equality.
Ooh.
It's especially dire for women and girls of color. The infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate is terrible in this state. Just making sure that we have the right health indicators, the right education indicators, all of those start with investing in women and girls. So it's such a huge priority that often gets overlooked. And Girls Inc. is here to change that.
Yeah. I mean, as you were saying earlier when we were chatting, it makes good, it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It makes great economic sense.
Yes.
It's smart community building.
Yes.
It's just all of the above.
It's the right thing to do. It's the smart thing to do. And it's going to take everybody to do this and prioritize the girls of Indianapolis who need us.
And you've worked abroad and you've lived in DC,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to thank you on behalf of all of us here in Indy for moving back here to do this work. This has got to be like a emotionally a big emotional
Mm-hmm.
job that you're doing. Where do you go for inspiration? I tend to go to my mother. Mama, where do you go for your inspiration? I mean, this is just, I know you need that inspiration energy.
Yes, everybody needs their outlet of energy. And I've always gotten that one from the girls in the communities that I've served, whether that's in Tanzania, India, South America, here in Indianapolis. I get my inspiration from the girls that we serve every day. I have so much hope in our future. I know a lot of people say that. They are very panicked about where we're headed with our generation and always coming back to the digital phones and that they can't have a conversation. I don't think that that's true. I think that they care deeply about the community that we live in and a lot of really serious issues like the climate, equity. These girls are going to be phenomenal leaders in the future, and I can't wait for when that happens. And second, I've always gone to my abuelita. I call her my Ita, who my dad calls an ox because she's so strong. It's like a Panamanian thing, I guess. I don't really know. And she's 96. I just talked to her this weekend. She came from Anton, which is in the interior of Panama, never had a formal education, and eventually went to be the Consulate General of Panama in Chicago. And I had the blessing of growing up with her as a strong woman who really looked like me. That matters. We need to make sure that we have role models that girls can relate to. And that lifts me up when I'm down and can really set me straight when I'm not on the right path. And we all need inspiration like that. I hope you all have inspiration like that. And my Ita is that for me.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for doing this with us today. I want to challenge all of you to have a conversation with your friends or family about what you can do to help underserved girls in Indianapolis. I want you to check out Girls Inc. and I want you to watch the next show that we have coming on. So thank you and got the fire!
Got the fire!